in kind of a scrum, if you didn't see this down in Mexico, the ref, Fernando Hernandez, he basically needs some guy, one of the players that was
allegedly.
I mean, you see the video. It's I don't know if he got him clean, but there was intent.
Oh, he got
in the court of law, Jimmy. It's allegedly until he's been charged by a court of law. I guess he has. He's gotten a ban. He's gotten.
Well, so yeah. he need Leon's Lucas Romero, and Romero came out and said, obviously, referees are human beings. Many times they can make mistakes, and those mistakes end up developing into what happened. A lot of misunderstandings. But this ref got a 12-game ban. He is out for 12 games, 12-match ban. Do you guys think that's a fair punishment for a ref? And do you guys have any stories of a ref kind of like doing something that they shouldn't have done? Because we expect referees to always be cool and calm, but to what Lucas Romero said, these guys are human beings. They're going to react at some point. There's a breaking point for everybody, especially in the heat of a moment, a lot of emotion. But these guys get taught to kind of balance that. I only bring that up because I once had a referee tell me to go F myself after I gave him a little lip. And I like, what did he just tell me to go F myself? I couldn't believe it. And I guess we feel like we can just say whatever we want to the referees. And more often than not, we don't get cards unless it's like right in their face or it's overly egregious. But I still laugh to this day about that guy telling me to go F myself.
I think you both know when it came to me dealing with referees, I tried to make them my best friend. I don't come. Hey, come. Can you see I'm getting kicked? Hey, we're keep that conversation going. We're friends. We're
kill him with kindness. You go with the kill him with kindness, Smith.
Kill him with kindness. And sometimes we'll be like, come on, I know you saw that.
So you're working the refs with kindness.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd start there, but I wouldn't end up there. That's for sure.
I might actually be trading jerseys with the ref at the end of the game.
Yeah. I mean, I think when he came out,
tell Heath, by the way, that this is for my grandma. I can't
even get the ref's jersey when I try to change shirts. I think when he came out and said, referees are humans and whatever, I think at that point the punishment feels harsh, right? Because then you humanize the ref and you go, oh yeah, like we're all capable of doing something stupid, and 12 games is an extreme thing. Now they are in a position of power and it should be judged as such. But I also think that there's a lot of interaction that we have that the game has gotten, because of all the cameras and all the angles, has gotten so crazy. And we all want like the most extreme punishments for all these things that you remove the human element. But to have a player say that, like, I don't think I would have said that. I would have been like, yo, meet me in the parking lot. Like this guy, like you did this thing, you crossed this line, and I get held to a high standard. So you need to be held to a higher standard. But I've had referees that there are referees that taunt you, that get in your face, that make these power plays that are like this kind of, some men at least that have this like macho, like you can't like come over the top of me attitude and mentality, and it winds you up more, right? As opposed to having conversations. Some are unapproachable in that sense. And this one was just a good old fashioned, you're walking that way, I'm walking this way, and my knee just happens to go in a forward pathway. But he lost his cool. I think you have to make an example of it because it's rare that we see this type of thing. But I do think that I like the humanizing of it and not this over dramatization of like, should he be kicked out for life? And that sort of thing. I like that they were kind of like, yeah.
It's the first time I've seen a referee strike a player though. And this wasn't like just like a finger touch or like a push. This is a proper knee. It could have been harder, but he definitely meant to make contact. And part of me is saying, okay, I've elbowed a player. I've gotten a 5-match ban before that I served while I was with the U.S. men's national team. But should a ref be given that same standard of 5-match ban, or should you make an example so that refs never have it in their mind that they could touch a player?
I say 5-match ban. These guys, yeah,
12,
I like
12
5.
Like a lot.
12 just feels like it just, dude, look at the picture. He's being swarmed by 2 teams. Let's be honest. I don't care how much Charlie is. We have
referees, by the way.
We have absolutely abused referees before in the worst of ways.
What?
Right? Whether
and verbally?
Yeah.
Yeah, verbally.
But Charlie, a visceral Yeah.
That is a T-shirt, by the way.
Charlie, hurt people hurt
That's
people. You know what I mean? Like,
words.
yeah.
That is words.
Yeah, but
I'm not making physical contact.
But
Charlie,
words,
every
words are what
physical
are the
fight
catalyst
started with
for physical
words, yeah.
contact.
Don't you remember in
Words.
middle school? I know you were in like a boarding school, so maybe they didn't fight each other in their collared shirts. But like in my schools growing up,
Charlie had
it started with
bodyguards when he
words.
walked around
Yeah, it
school.
started with words. You're in your middle school. People were like, my father will have you arrested. You know, if you have those, my father is the CEO of a Fortune 500
Yeah.
company. You cannot talk to me like that with those words. Mine was 2 words said the wrong way, and the wrong look led to fists. And that's the way
Right.
it was.
Yeah.
Fisticuffs.
Yeah. So occasionally it leads to
12
a little
matches.
knee. Yeah, 12
So-
matches.
so-
is extreme.
I think that this actually should generate a conversation as to the swarming of the referees. I know they've talked about it before, but there's no way that even though FIFA is saying, hey, you can give yellow cards to anybody that approaches you in an aggressive manner or whatever the rule is, and I'm sure
Boom.
Christopher Walken's
Boom.
like, Jimmy
Boom.
doesn't even know what he doesn't understand. Whatever, dude. I'm not going to read the TLDR
Yeah.
rules to this. But there's no way a ref's going to go out there and just throw 11 yellow cards to everybody that approaches him and swarms him. It's just not going to happen, right? So how I don't know how
you would be that guy,
Yeah.
though. You would be that ref.
We
You'd
got
be
some.
like,
We got
Well,
some funny comments, man. Charlie Draco Malfoy Davies. Charlie went to Brooks Academy. Christopher, my father, the inventor of the toaster strudel. Oh man, there's some good stuff. There's some,
Oh,
but don't you
so
feel like
how do you
I
do
thi-
that? How do you get away
if-
from that?
if you've ever been swarmed in any situation, like I know it's in a game, right?
I've been
You-
swarmed by yellow jackets. I mean, but-
Yeah. But like there is
Well-
naturally a fight or flight mode or an energy shift that at some point you might lose your cool. This ref
Well,
did that.
like for instance, let's say Charlie did, because he's already admitted that he would dive from time to time. So let's say he did a dive and it was so blatantly obvious that it was not a foul. Me and you, Heath, as defenders would like, dude, get up, you punk. Like, why are you diving and trying to take advantage of a situation where there was no need to do that?
Then I shoot up on my feet and get in your
Because of
face
my
and say,
words,
yeah,
Charlie, because of my words.
Yeah.
You would be trying to get physical contact because of my words. but that's
I
a
wouldn't
moment
cross
where
the line.
you would pop up and you'd want to Heath's point, your energy would change because now you're on the defense. You want to try to defend your honor, I guess, in that moment. And then you get swarmed. You're going to get
Charlie.
swarmed by a lot of people. Then everybody's going to